Welcome back again, guys. In the next video we have learned that how to launch Google Map inside our app. Okay, I mean how to call an external application by our app. We can do that by using the implicit intents. You have learned that you must pass the data, and then by using the intent object we specify the action view. If you don't know which type of action you must use for your intent, so you can use the action view, which is a generalized action, and the Android system will specify the action based on the data that you are passing. Okay, that action will be specified by this data scheme. And you have learned how to resolve if there was an app available that can handle your request or not. If there was no app available, so your app will get crashed and you won't be able to work or to interact with your app. So you can resolve that by calling the resolve activity, and inside the parameter of resolve activity call the get package manager, because the package manager is responsible for searching which app is responsible to handle your request. If there was no app found, so it returns null. So we check that if one app was found, so call the start activity, otherwise close that. Let's see if I don't use a chooser, let's see what happens. So I immediately call the intent. So let's run and see. If you don't use a chooser, your app will crash. Or you can also resolve that launch market, your app got crashed. So this is how you must use the chooser. If an app was found, so the Android will pick that application for you and handle your request by that app. So this is how you must use the chooser. Or if you don't use the chooser, you can check by using a condition. So now let's see how we can send an email. So I say if the case was r.id.btn email, so launch the email app. Again, I must initialize my intent equals to new intent. So I must specify the action as action sent, because I'm sending something. Action sent. Okay. So you must specify your data. Intent.set data, okay, URI.parse, and I use the data scheme mail to for handling my app. Okay, and now let's add additional information. Intent.put extra. So in here I use the key as the name of intent.extra email. So this will be the key, and in here you must create an array of recipients that can receive your email. So I'm going to create an array of string, and I name that as recipients. So my recipients are so I'm going to email to this person at gmail.com, and another recipient will be something like blah blah at gmail.com. Okay, and inside the put extra pass your recipients. And the next thing you need to do that is specify the title of your message. Intent dot extra subject. This is the subject or title of your message, and then you must set your message to the person by using intent dot extra text. Hello, and that's it. And again, if you want to send a message only to one person, so you can pass the data in here as the name of like this, okay, at gmail.com. If you're sending your message to multiple persons, specify the URI as a mail to, and create an array of recipients that you want to send your emails, and use the key extra email and pass your recipients that you want to send your email. I mean send this message with this title to these people. Okay, and then you must use the chooser, because if there was no app found inside your Android phone, so it will tell you by using a dialog. And I use the intent, and I call the create chooser, which is an abstract method, and I pass the target intent, and I pass the title. Send message, send message or email, and call the start activity and pass the chooser. Let's run and see what happens. Okay, when I click on the send email, you see it says no apps can perform this action. This is the title of my dialog. If there was an app of Gmail, so it automatically picks that app for me. If there were multiple phase, the Android will going to list those app in here. Let's see inside the emulator, you see I don't have any Gmail app, so that can handle my request. So if there was no app found, so it's going to tell you that there is no app that can handle your request. So make sure that you use your real phone and see what happens. So the next thing we need to handle, let's see how we can send message. So I'm going to main activity, and let's find the button. It is btn message, and I'm going to say case. If the case was r.id.btn message, so command handle. So I use the intent equals to new intent And again, you must specify your actions. Because I'm sending something, I use the action send. So I use the action view, which is a generalized action, because my action will be specified based on the data that I'm passing. So I say URI.parse and I specify action view, okay? Because I'm sending some message, I use the action send. If you don't use the URI, make sure that you specify the type of your intent, okay? Set type, because I'm sending some message, so it is in the category of text and I'm sending a plain message. If you use URI, you don't need to use the set type method, because the type of data or the type of your intent will be specified based on this data scheme. So I use the intent.putExtra and I use the intent.extra text, and in here type your message. My message. So I choose the chooser if there was an app available, so it's going to take that app for me. Intent.create, pass the current intent and pass the title. Send your message through these apps. Now I call the start activity and pass the chooser. Let's run and see what happens. Send message. So I say new message. So specify the person you want to send your message. So I'm going to send my message to this person, okay? Let's click done. You can see this is the message, okay, that you have set in here. When I click on the send, so this message is sent to this person. Let's see how we can call someone, okay? And in the next video we will see how we can send an image and how to send multiple images. So let's handle the event for call someone. So I use the case r.id.btn call. If the call button was clicked, so come and initialize my intent as intent and specify the action, because I'm dialing or I'm calling someone, so I use the action dial, okay? If you use the action call, make sure that you provide a permission inside your Android manifest. As of dial, it doesn't require any permission, okay? Intent, and I pass the data and I use the URI.parse, and for dialing use teleschema, okay? And colon and specify the number that you want to send, that you want to call, okay? And that's it. You don't need to specify the type of your intent, because as I've told you before, the type of your intent will be specified based on the data you're passing. Based on the Android will know that this intent is a dialing or calling activity. Also, you don't need to use the dialing here. And if you know the action that you're dealing with, make sure that you use that action. Otherwise, you can use the action view, which is a generalized action. And if you do not use chooser, so I use the resolve activity. Intent.resolve activity get package manager. If there was at least one app, so open that app for me, okay? If there was no app, so tell the user that there is no app inside your phone. No match found. If there was a match found, so tell the user match found tools.long and show the user, and I call the start activity and pass the intent object in here. Let's run and see what happens. Okay, call someone. You can see match found, okay? And this is the number or the data that I have specified. Although I didn't use the action dial, because there may be a chance that you want to open an app but you don't know which action you must specify. So you can use the action view, because the action of your intent will be specified based on the data you're passing. So this is the number that I have set to my intent, and it sets that in here. So if I click on call, so it's going to call to this person. So this brings us to the end of this particular tutorial, and if you do like what you watched, make sure that you subscribe us and let us know your thoughts in the comment boxes below this video, and don't forget to support us in any way you can. So I'll catch you in the next video, where we will discuss more about how to send a single image and how to send multiple images through message and Gmail. So have fun learning. Peace out.